Hey, how's it going? Will Barrett here for Awesometistic, and today I'm here to tell you something that I did that people my age don't usually do this. So, here it is. The big news is I quit social media. I quit all of it. I quit Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. I quit Twitter a long time ago, actually. But I just quit all of it. This has actually been a very good move on my part, I think. I did keep Awesometistic's business accounts because I need those, obviously. In fact, I recently made a Facebook page. I made a Facebook page with my name on it. And it is my page, but I'm not going to be using it. Period. I'm not going to put pictures on there. I'm not going to post anything. I'm not going to friend people. I'm not going to share anything on there. I'm just not going to do anything with it. Only reason I made it was so I would have access to Awesometistic's account as an administrator. And if you want to see stuff that I do, follow it. Link in the description box below. The decision to quit social media came abruptly. Every morning, usually when I woke up in the mornings, I would go to the kitchen, make my coffee, and then I would open social media and just start reading. Start liking posts and everything. Usually it was Instagram, because I followed news accounts on there and everything and told me the news that was happening in the world, so I followed that. I was up to date with everything. Snapchat too, I'd read stories. My friends' accounts, I'd open snaps people sent me, obviously. And there was something else I was doing other than observing and just liking their stuff. I played the comparison game. I started to compare myself to people who were out doing stuff more than me. I don't go out very much. I'm a homebody. Sometimes it just bugs me that my friends get to go out and do all these fun things, and some of them are even very happy and very successful. This is not to say that I was jealous of my friends. I'm very happy for them, obviously. I'm still very happy for them. I think the more accurate term I could use is envious. Except when I do envy someone I admire, then that leads me to compare myself to them. And I'm sure we all know, playing the comparison game does you no good at all. I would start to really judge myself. I was really hard on myself. I was very self-deprecating. And after a certain point, I just stopped and I realized, why am I doing this to myself? It just leads me to do nothing but hate myself. Not only would I be envious of others, sometimes I would get very, I'll just go ahead and say it, very angry at them. Because I would see them all do stuff together, you know, just hanging out, cutting up like always. And I felt left out. And I'm not shaming them or anybody for that. It just really, really bugged me a lot that I was, instead of doing stuff, I was watching people do it. I do go out and I do stuff, usually, but not all the time. Like I said, I am a homebody. There would be other people on my social media who I barely knew, and they post all these troubling posts like, oh, something bad happened, and I'm not saying anything bad about that. But they would just post stuff that would really highlight their troubles and really just express their grief. After a while, I just started to think they were looking for the pity party and just looking for attention. And my leaving social media wasn't me seeking attention, it was just me It was just me taking a step back and bettering myself. Anyway, I'm off topic. I just became a very self-deprecating, very angry person, and that's not good. Really, it's not. And started to realize that a lot of times, I even did this too, people would be very selective about what they would put on their feed, and they choose their words and their captions very carefully. They would oftentimes post something to create a facade. I felt like they would just put up these big, great, happy photos, just to hide their true feelings. You know, they were not being transparent, and I just felt like they were being incredibly fake with me and with others, obviously, and I just didn't like that. People always are very selective. People are usually very selective of what they put on their feed anyway. And I mean, who wants to post sad stuff? Nobody does. Even when I looked at my own Instagram feed, I noticed that I barely had any likes on any post that I made. I think the most likes I got for one post was like 134. And that was, I can't even remember what the picture was now, but that was the most I got. I only had like 500 followers, or I might have had 1,000. I don't know, but anyway, I had very low numbers as far as everything was concerned, pictures and likes and comments and everything, and it was just a really sad post. Lay down. Anyway, I had had a really low amount of likes, pictures, everything, and I just didn't like my account. And not only that, but I started to realize that me being on social media was taking away precious, valuable time away from my goals and the promises that I've made to people. You know, big aspirations of mine that I would share with others, and like, oh, I'm gonna make Awesometistic a success. You know, I'm gonna do this. I've made those promises 5 years ago, multiple times, well over 5 years ago, and I'm no farther along than I was when I started. Left unchecked, social media can be a huge distraction. It can be helpful, but it will be an enormous time suck if you allow it. And left untamed, the comparison bug will really eat away at you, because it was eating away at me. And just take this from a millennial in his early 20s who walked away from social media. Deleting all of my social media accounts and walking away from it was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. I've never felt happier about myself. I feel like there's a huge weight lifted off of me since then. This video is not just meant to be a little explanation of why I deleted social media. This video was also meant to be an apology to those that I've made empty promises to, that I was going to increase my business, I was going to network with people. Long story short, there's just some empty promises that I've made that I need to make good on. I really hope you will all just forgive me, really, for my being distracted, for my lack of maturity on the subject. I'm still continuing to grow. I'm continuing to learn new things every day. And you know what, honestly, this whole business thing is just really hard. I really underestimated it, to tell you the truth. There was this Bible verse that came to mind before I erased all of my social media. It's in the book of Matthew, when Jesus was giving his Sermon on the Mount, And he told everybody that if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off, because it is better to go to heaven with one hand than it is for your whole body to go into hell. And I consider the same thing with social media. Self-deprecation is a sin, in fact, because it diminishes what God created. And since social media was causing me to sin, I cut it off. I'm not trying to persuade anybody, but deleting all of my personal social media accounts was my choice. And it was a very good choice, I think. I will obviously be keeping Awesometistics social media accounts, because nowadays you have to have a social media account for your business to run it and be successful at it. So follow Awesometistic on Instagram, Facebook. We do have Twitter, but I'm contemplating removing that from the equation because I pretty much think Twitter's dead by now. And I think a lot of people my age will agree. So yeah, follow us on social media. Subscribe to our channel down here. Like this video. If you're watching this on Facebook, I really hope you will share this video of mine on your social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. I think it would help a lot of people. But in short, I'm really glad I left social media. Me creating my Facebook profile for Awesometistic is not me going back on my word. It's merely a formality. I really hope that during this time you are all staying safe with COVID-19. Hope you're staying inside, washing your hands, obviously. A little surprised that we all have to be reminded to wash our hands now. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I really hope you will like this video. Subscribe. God bless you all. And thank you for watching.